Hello and welcome to DB at the Movies. My name is Dustin, and today we got a first trailer for the upcoming fourth film in the Matrix franchise, Matrix Resurrections. It was kind of a surprise when they announced the movie in the first place, because it's almost 19 years after the original trilogy wrapped up with the Matrix Revolutions, and it kind of felt like that was it. There was like the video game and some other like supplemental things to the Matrix universe, but that was about it. So when this was announced, with one of the Wachowskis returning to write and direct, Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss, I think people were surprised and like cautiously optimistic, because while the first Matrix was like a groundbreaking achievement in action movies and it was super influential on the genre for really since it came out, the two sequels that followed kind of like fell victim to a like disease of more and got bogged down in all of the world building and everything, and by the end of it, it just kind of was received as convoluted. Now, I will say, I was 9 years old when the first Matrix came out. I think I was like 12 or 13 by the time Revolutions came out and wrapped up the trilogy. So suffice to say, I was not really picking up on a lot of the themes and the subtext going on in these movies. It was a pretty linear movie watching experience for me. I've since watched them all multiple times as I've gotten older, and I do appreciate them for the ambition and the scope. So all that said, I thought this trailer looked incredible. I am so much more excited for this movie than I ever imagined it to be when it was announced, even though I love Keanu Reeves. So I've got pretty high faith in him in just picking the movies that he makes. So this trailer, I think top to bottom, is just a super well done and well constructed, enticing trailer that doesn't really give you too much about the movie, which is the perfect like kind of introduction to it. It only comes out in a couple months. It's December 22nd, I want to say, like right before Christmas. So we got a couple months to see what else they're going to show. But with this first trailer, I just had a couple thoughts as well that I wanted to go into. So first things first, whoever decided to use White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane as the song deserves a fat raise. Like, they deserve a huge paycheck for that one, because that song is just perfect. There's so much imagery in this trailer of Neo, aka Thomas Anderson, Keanu Reeves, taking blue pills, like prescribed medication, which, you know, Matrix fans know the red or the blue pill quandary, and we see him here just taking tons of blue pills. And with the White Rabbit lyrics playing behind, it really just hammers everything home beautifully. It's the perfect trailer song, and I know that like, I don't know how important other people find it, but like when a trailer has a really good song, it's like 80% of the job is done as far as I'm concerned. I like too that there's so many callbacks to the original Matrix. You have like the shot of Neo going through the mirror. You have a lot of similar imagery throughout the days of Neo noticing people distracted by technology, and it just kind of seems like there's going to be a lot of callbacks. Um, all that said, there's no way to really know until we see the movie what some of these things are going to be. So like Neil Patrick Harris randomly being his therapist feels like it's going to be a bigger thing just because it's Neil Patrick Harris. I think the best moment in this preview probably doesn't have anything to do with the actual story, but that shot of Keanu just vibing in the bathtub with the rubber duck on his head is just instantly iconic. Another key plot point here in the trailer seems to be that he has no recollection of anything from the first three movies. And that includes Trinity, even the person that he went to such extremes for. They have a moment in this trailer where they meet and they kind of share, like, "Oh, you look so familiar. Do I recognize you?" Like, "Oh," and then they just kind of go about their ways. So I'll be really curious to see what like the not the gimmick, but like what the twist is going to be for this movie, given that, you know, those two are like the pillars of, or I should say, two of the three pillars of the franchise. The third pillar is unfortunately not here, and that's Lawrence Fishburne as Morpheus, which is probably. So I'll go about it this way. So Yahya Abdul-Mateen II posted after the trailer dropped that basically confirmed he was playing Morpheus, a version of Morpheus, which in any other situation, I would be very, very excited with that. I think he's an incredible actor. I think the streak that he's on right now is unbelievable. With Watchmen, he wins the Emmy. He just had great reviews for the Candyman reboot that he's in. And now here he's confirming that he's Morpheus, basically. And that's an iconic character. The problem is Lawrence Fishburne is iconic in that role. And he said months ago when this project was announced, he didn't even get a call, which is insane to think about. If they were getting everyone back together to not call arguably the main driving force in the movies, at least equal to Keanu Reeves in those movies, Morpheus was incredible. It's an incredible Lawrence Fishburne performance across those films. So I can only hope that it's like a misdirection type of thing and that he'll be involved in some way, because it would just kind of feel hollow without him. As good a performer as Yahya is and as confident as I am in him, I just have to say, it's going to be an even tougher deck stacked against him to make this role his own. So I'm really curious to see if that's something that they're going to be working on and something that they're going to be trying to accomplish, or if there's more to it than meets the eye. I've seen a couple theories that say, like, Neo is in a simulation of sorts that's just running back versions of his memories, and that's what he keeps seeing, and that's why he's having these glitches and these moments that you see in the trailer where, like, his reflection's different, or he has that deja vu. So I'll be curious if that's gonna be what it is, if there's like a matrix within a matrix type of thing. But otherwise, it's an interesting choice to have just a younger Morpheus with maybe no explanation. Another quick shot that's here, like around 2 minutes in the trailer, is a shot of what looks like an attack scene, like a fight scene about to happen, and it looks like there's scenes from the original Matrix playing on a big screen behind that. So I don't know if this is gonna like lend into the theory that this is all based on his memories and it's all like a construct around what Neo's memories are, even though like he can't remember them. But Keanu has said before that, this is going to be at its heart a love story. So I'll be really curious to see how, memories come into play and what they end up fully deciding to do, like which way they decide going with it. Like, is this going to just be like a contained fourth film, or are they trying to like find a jumping off point for another trilogy or something? So we'll see about that. The last thing really that I wanted to get to here is the action sequences here look incredible. There's a couple quick shots of what looks like Morpheus like folding through a door into a hallway. You get the big shot at the end of Neo and Trinity jumping off the building. And if there's one thing that the original Matrix trilogy can be pretty much praised for across the board, it's the way that they've staged some of their action sequences. Some of the most influential action sequences of that time really were in the Matrix movies. You had bullet time and the incredible lobby fight, the lobby gun shootout in Matrix 1. You had the car chase in Matrix Reloaded. And in Revolutions, you had that huge, sprawling Agent Smith Neo fight in the rain at the end. And, all of those are so unique and so well staged that I'm at least confident in that portion of this movie being well worth the wait, well worth the watch. So even if the story leaves something to be desired, I can at least know that Lana Wachowski will have incredible fight sequences throughout this movie. And that actually reminded me of one other thing that I wanted to talk about, and that's the lack of Agent Smith in this trailer and probably in this movie. Hugo Weaving as Agent Smith is an incredible villain performance across whichever movie in the trilogy you want, probably one in particular because you don't know as much about him yet, but he is a menace. That man is incredible in those movies. and it's going to be really hard for any new movie or anything to top that. So you get a couple shots of what look like agents assimilating in throughout the preview here, and I just hope they go a different route with it, because trying to just be like one for one, like here's the new Agent Smith, I think will be a disaster because you need Hugo Weaving in that role. He's an incredible actor. He was an incredible villain and an amazing foil for all of the leads. Keanu, Carrie-Anne Moss, and Lawrence Fishburne. He was an amazing foil to all of them. So you really need to like nail that part. So I'll be really curious to see what they do with the agents. But other than that, this is, like I said, just a really, really cool, interesting trailer that you want more from. Like, you want to see more of. And I did not expect that when this was announced. So this movie comes out December 22nd. It'll be in theaters and on HBO Max same day. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you liked about the trailer, what you didn't like, theories that you're seeing, that you're kind of feeling, or what you think might be going on. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will be back soon.